guys for all the time? We've all been there. By there, I mean leader of the day. We all know the self-imposed stress that accompanies leading a group of your peers through the wilderness, the mental debate over every little decision, and the feeling of needing to be perfect for the sake of the group. One facet of LOD stress that I know particularly well is making hasty decisions. Earlier in the year, during my first few leadership experiences, I made some incredibly hasty decisions because I felt like as the leader, I needed to have all the answers immediately. However, as I became more experienced as a leader, I learned that the more refined and thought out a decision is, the better the outcome will be. Over this semester, I think that I've made great strides in managing my impulsivity when in critical situations, such as when I'm leader of the day and when I'm kayaking. Take the time when Will and I were leader of the day on the Alright. Oh man. We just got down from that big pass, like now we're just going to walk through this flat valley. I mean, we could camp here, but I think we should just push on.
Yeah, I think we should because I feel like this is going to be really rocky and it's kind of a tough spot to camp in.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of thinking about it, we don't really have a good platform above that little stream down below us there. I think that we should probably push on and find better camps.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably going to be a camping spot in that canyon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do it. But we should hurry up because it's getting dark.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right? Alright, so as you just saw, on the first day of the Iwaki expedition, as we were hiking, we had kind of a rough day at the start. It was raining, and we had to go up this really tough pass to start out with. And so we went up, we hiked up, we got to the top of the pass, and we thought we were just going to cruise down, straight into camp. And we planned to camp in this valley about like 2 miles down from where the ridge from where we descended off the pass was. So when we got to the bottom of the valley floor, it was getting dark. And we could have camped right there. It was flat enough, it was raised enough off the water. But we decided to push on because we thought, oh, we don't want to do an extra 2 miles tomorrow. So as we were hiking through this valley, it was getting darker and darker, and there were just these 2 huge, unyieldingly steep valley walls to our sides, with absolutely no place to camp. And so pretty much like right as the sun went down and it was starting to get really dark, we just chanced upon like this spot of flat ground probably like 12 feet above the riverbed. And we camped there, but we had to eat and set up tents and all that by headland. So that was really not good. And so looking back on this decision, I was thinking, what if there hadn't been a space to camp in the canyon? Would we have had to walk through this 4-mile canyon in the dark while it was raining? If we had just camped at the top of the canyon, it would have been less than 2 extra miles added to our next day, which is not a big deal. And we would have been able to cook and set up camps in the daylight. If I had made an impulsive decision to push forward, we could have avoided a potentially terrible situation with minimal penalty. We were lucky to have events play out as they did, because it could have been much worse. Now, while leader of the day on the Chilean paddling expedition, I was faced with another decision that appeared to be easy, but had the potential to change our own day. The night before, we planned to go to town in the morning and paddle in the afternoon, but then unforeseen time restrictions forced us to reevaluate our plan. In the morning, my co-leader Stephanie and I were told that we absolutely needed to be on time for a dinner at 6 o'clock sharp, and that debrief had to start by 8 o'clock so we could get it done in the daylight. My first thought was to cut something out of our schedule to ensure that we had enough time after paddling to get back to camp. However, this still wasn't a concrete plan, as there were simply too many variables on the river for us to effectively estimate how long it would take us to do a certain section. So, on the Rio Nube, this section